Long before I could read, I was meditating and I didn't even know it. At age 6, and I remember it well, Mandeville was a magical place for me. My dad lost a lot of money there in business, but as a child, I was immune to all that. As it turned out, my dad made it all back. Mandeville was lush and green with sun-filled skies and lots of fluffy clouds. I spent a lot of time out in nature, in guava fields and lands that seemed to have no borders. I had no fear. I simply did not know what fear was. I had no hate either, since there was no one to hate. I just felt that I was one with every single thing in nature. My imagination was my kingdom. I think the comedian Dick Van Dyke said it best, and he said, and I quote, "When you're a child, you lay in the grass and watch the clouds going over, and you literally don't have a thought in your mind. It is purely meditation, and we lose that." End of quote. This is what Alice Walker said about all this, and I quote, "At one point I learned transcendental meditation. This was 30-something years ago. It took me back to the way that I naturally was as a child growing up in the country. Rarely seen people. I was in that state of oneness with creation, and it was as if I didn't exist except as a part of everything." End quote. As for Chiang Kai-shek, you know of him. He said, and I quote, "Prayer is more than meditation. In meditation, the source of strength is one's self. When one prays, he goes to a source of strength greater than his own." Chiang Kai-shek was a guy who also said, "We become what we do." I don't know much, but I do know this, that when we meditate, we become like a child. And like a child, we have no care, no worries. We just know and feel comfortable that we are one with every single thing in this world.